Hi everyone, my name's Lou Sims and welcome to my channel. It's that time again, which means it's YouTube hop time, and it's YouTube hopping with a wonderful group of creatives from Crafting Together with All Brands. And what that means is we have one theme and we showcase the theme in our own styles using a range of different products that we want to use. So the theme this month is clean and simple, or clean and sophisticated, whatever way you think it means. So I've decided that I'm going to create a card using my new Build a Butterfly dies and stamps. Right, I've decided that this time I'm going to be using my alcohol markers. So I'm using Memento ink to just stamp all the different images. Now, the Build a Butterfly comes that you can create the butterfly you want to create using all lots of different elements. So you get images that create half a butterfly, you get images that create just wings or tails, you get images that create bodies, that create the antennae, and then you also then get matching outline and inline dies. Obviously, the outline dies will cut the outlines, but then you get the other dies that will cut what I call the inline pieces. So it'll cut away different wing pieces. So you can now layer this up how you want to layer it. So I'm using main elements from Build a Butterfly 2 to make my butterfly, but I'm bringing in some of the other elements from Build a Butterfly 1, like the body here, and I'm going to bring in some of the antennae. And obviously you get antennae that go in both directions. You can use them, use one, or you can use two. It's up to you what you want to do and what you want to use. So you could have both, whoops, it fell off. You could have both antennae going the same direction if that's what you wanted, or you get a right and a left and they go off in different directions. Now, I'm not sure which ones I'm going to use. I think I'm going to go for the heart-shaped one. So if you give me 2 seconds, I'm just going to go and find my other stamp. Right, so I've got those now there. And I can add my antennae. So you get outline dies even for all the different size antennae and the different shapes. You don't even have to worry about cutting those out if you don't want to. Now, I am going to stamp one more of these wings, she says, looking for it. I'm not sure I want a tail, another tail. I think I'm just going to stick to the wings for the moment. And we'll put that one there. So these are the elements that I'm going to need for die cutting purposes. So, right, let's just put all my stamps away. And I'm just going to quickly grab my dies. So you get 14 stamps, but you get then 21 dies because you get inner parts and you get sentiments as well. Let your wings be dream, wings. And this is just on the Build a Butterfly set 1. Set 2 obviously has different outline dies and has different accessories. So I'm just going to line this up here. So that's all my stamping and die cutting. Right, I'm just going to quickly go away and I'm going to die cut those out and I'll be back. Right, so these are all my different feature bits. I'm just going to grab my pens and start colouring. Right, so that's my first part done. So I'm just going to grab these parts and I'm going to colour these in to match it exactly the same. I've just done those two pieces. I'm still undecided whether I'm going to do that. So I'm leaving that for the moment. And I'm just now going to do the body. The antennae I'll do after I've created my butterfly, I think. Just in case I want to change my mind. And I must admit, I am dreadful for that. Right, so that's all my colouring done, and I'm just going to grab my card blank and start getting a background made ready to put this on. Okay, I've got my card here and I've gone for a 7x5 card. And before I do the background, I just want to do a little bit more stamping. As I said, the butterflies come with both, you know, the opposite sides. So you can make a full butterfly, or you can make part butterfly, which means you could have one going this way. But because you've got the separate elements, you could also have it going the opposite direction. So I want to stamp on where I want my butterfly to go, because I do want it to be a full one, but I want to just quite, you know, quickly work out where I want to put the other side. So let me have a think. So I'm going to start with the body first, and then I can place how I want this full butterfly, you know, to actually look. So I roughly want the body to be about there. So I'm going to start with the body. Yeah, and I'm just thinking, yeah, I'm just going to start with the body. And that just gives me an idea by putting the die cut there roughly where I want to place it. So let's just put the body there. And this is just going to be my placement. So we've got that there. And I'm now just going to bring in the other wing elements. So I'll just work out roughly where I want to put you. And then I can work out where I can put the other one that I want to put in. And I'm going to put that one. I'm just having a think now how I'm going to do this. Okay, yep, I'm going to put the other one about there. Like so. So that one's now going to sit there like that. I'm just going to take the tail. But what I do want to do is just grab a scrap piece of card, just to mask off a little bit of it. It doesn't have to be perfect masking, just a tiny little bit like that. And I can put this one then to go. Let's have a think how I want again. Yeah. So I'm talking to myself. I'm just going to put that one so it goes there. Now I could have easily made a mask by cutting out the die cut and just putting it on the top, but this is just as quick. So there we go. So I've created another half of the body. So you could leave it so the butterfly goes that way, or I can bring in the second part, which makes it a whole piece of the butterfly going this way. And that just gives me a rough placement of where I actually want to put absolutely everything. So I'm just working out. Yeah, I'm going to do it that way and have the butterfly coming off. Right, sorry, I'm talking to myself about layout now. So they're going to be my components. And now I'm just going to start thinking about how I want to build up the background and what I'm going to use for the actual background. Okay, I'm just going to, because I'm not sure yet whether this part, sorry, I've got the shadow there, I do apologise. This part I'm going to colour, I'm going to work away from it. So I'm just going to grab my leafing around stencil, and with the distressing, I just want to put some background on, but I want to keep it quite subtle with the background. Hence, I'm going to use a distress over an oxide and just put it in really lightly. Got that there. I'm just bringing this in to work out if I need a few more. No, I'm going to leave it like that. So that's just a little bit of subtle stenciling with that one. Let's just move you. And then I'm just going to bring in the Moroccan Trellis. I'm going to go for a lighter. I think I've got the wrong brush, but we'll see. And I want this to be very, very subtle. Which is very, very subtle, I appreciate. And let's just move these brushes back out the way. Now, there is another stamp set called Breathe in the Air, and it's got this little montage stamp. And I'm going to bring that in as well. And I'll keep it on the block. So I'm covering that, so I'm not really worried. But what I'm going to do is, where's my scrap piece of card? Just going to put that there. Just have a little bit here, so I'm just going to use the scrap piece of card again, as it's a montage of words, and I'm not inking my stamp precisely. It won't matter then if some you can read and some you can't. Okay, so we've got that going like that. So I've got a little bit of a subtle background going on along there. Right, I'm just going to tidy up and I'll be back. Right, I'm going to start assembling how I want my card to go. I'm just going to grab some 3D foam for the moment. So I've got my butterfly coloured there. I'm just going to trim this little bit off here. And I've got that raised. I'm going to layer this, but I think I'm just going to grab a little bit of grey just to shade some of these parts here with my pens. And then it's just going to be adding just 1 or 2 more decorations before I decide on the sentiment. Right, as you can see, that's my finished card, and for me, that is relatively clean and simple. I love all the different layers, and I love all the different bits of faffing. Still think there needs to be something down here, but I haven't quite worked out what. But, you know, I don't want to put anything up here. But as this is just like washi strips, I could pare back some of it. We'll see. But I'm going to leave it as is at the moment. Thank you ever so much for your company. Everybody else who's taking part, I will link into the description box below. I have actually, in between pausing and going away to do things, made a similar version of this in a different colourway. And that's over on my blog. And I'll put a link to that as well in the description. Thank you ever so much for your company. If you liked the video, I'd love it if you subscribed, liked, and became part of my crafting journey. Take care, everyone, and see you all soon. Bye.